how much money did you make total?
I made $29,000.
You know, little birdie told me you're about to hit 300,000 this year. Is that true?
Yes.
Tell you something, Spectacular is freaking a beast in business and monetizing. Guess what? Because he's a master in it. Guys, I had $1 million pay raise.
Since I took your first class, I have made $29,000, cleared up my debt, paid off my stuff.
He showed me this online tool that you can make money from online. Influencers, entrepreneurs, people that's in my position, 400K in a day. Yes, that's $400,000 if you don't know what I'm talking about, in one freaking day.
When you create content, you have to actually do multiple things, right? You have 10 different strategies that you do, and out of those 10 strategies, 2 might work.
Growing my page from 0 to 6 million followers. Then I created a cat called Grumpy Cat, which is worth like $100 million right now.
Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
You created it?
This particular person has invented a new way of using technology, and the Innovator Award is for someone deemed a visionary. The individual that we'd like to award today is Spectacular Smith.
Spec Smith spoke at one of our conferences about half a year ago. He talked about social media, and he was, not to put too fine a point on it, spectacular. You may not know that he's also an Inc. 5000 honoree, so by definition, his company is one of the fastest growing companies in America that we could find.
Spectacular is the founder and CEO of AdWizard, a company he has grown to become the dominant social media brand.
Surrounding yourself around the right people that's gonna motivate you.
Giving back the knowledge that I know that I acquired over the years of reading hundreds of books. I want to give it back to the culture. And that's what it's about to me. It's back to the community and just be the best me. No matter what I do in life, I just want to make sure I give my all. And if I decide I want to actually do something in the world, I want to make it the biggest.
My whole objective right now is to generate at least 100 millionaires this year, you know, and my way of doing that is my program.
If it worked for them, it'll work for you. And that's the game in the social media space. You find somebody who's already doing what you want to do, that proved out the model, and then you just duplicate it for yourself.
We're very happy that Spectacular came in. I mean, you really gave him a lot of knowledge, but I think they were a little bit surprised of his background and how much he persevered. And so there's nothing that's more inspiring to students than somebody that came through the struggle, that's successful, and he's giving back. And so I think that's why they appreciate him so much. I think that's why they cheered him on so much. And we're so glad and happy that he came through and he came to this event and just took it to another level. And we're looking forward to having him speak to more students throughout the country in the future.
If you want a guy who can talk about social media, can talk to entrepreneurs in particular about social media and how to market your company, I'd recommend him.
All right, let's get it going, man. I'm excited about this. All right. So what we're going to talk about right now. So this is the introduction. Okay. So if you failed at building a social media brand in the past, it's not your fault. Okay. If you have been concerned in the past that you cannot succeed at building a social media brand, put those fears to rest. Traditional schools want you to think you can't make $10,000 a month online and create generational wealth without them, but that's not true. All right. If you ever thought that traditional schools want you to fail, then you're probably right. So I'm here to show you how to build a brand and make residual income on social media during this training. Does that sound like something you guys will want? And my goal for this training, I want people who want to make $10,000 a month online and the people who want to create generational wealth without being broke and leaving nothing behind for your kids and wasting time and money doing strategies that absolutely flop. I'm tired of hearing these horror stories, and I'm here to literally be the person that helped save the day, to teach you guys the game on everything that I know. And the only way for you to make $10,000 online and create generational wealth is through building a social media brand. And the only way you can do this is through the social media income challenge. And I will be talking about that towards the end of this. So who is Spectacular Smith? All right. How many of you guys know who I am? And how many of you guys don't know who I am? Well, if you don't know who I am a member of a group called Pretty Ricky. We literally went platinum, sold a whole bunch of records, and I end up going to Harvard Business School because I believe in the power of systems. Harvard was the first school ever to be created as a college in the United States. All right. So as we go through this training, you guys going to understand how I understand the impact of a proven system. And I'm not talking about the information. I'm talking about the structure, the systems that they actually built their foundation on. And Grumpy Cat, I was the creative Grumpy Cat. I was the mastermind behind this cat going viral, built the page up, Twitter page. It went viral, became one of the first memes to ever take off like that and becoming one of the richest pets in history with a brand worth over $100 million. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a power and understanding how to handle your business. Okay, because when you don't know how to handle your business, the opportunities that you have in front of you end up leaving you, and then you wonder what the hell happened. This was me. Okay, I didn't have the copyrights, I didn't have the trademarks, I didn't have a lot of things, and end up getting kicked out of my own brand that I created, and the actual owners are the cat owners named Tatar, and I created the brand Grumpy Cat, and it took off, and I got kicked out of my own business. But I'm gonna talk about that and the struggles of not understanding the right things to do and how you can lose out on millions of dollars not having your stuff together. All right, I became one of the fastest growing companies in America. All right, for 2017, we made number 262nd out of 21 million companies. And 2021, we made number 2,993. Okay, and then for 2022, I made two freaking companies on the list. Only 1% out of the whole list ever did this in history. And I did it not only for my agency that we do over $1 million campaigns and nothing less with the agency called Awazar. We also have a technology that I'm going to talk to you guys about. I'm going to actually give it as a bonus at the end of this thing. All right. And then also we have it for my online business school, which is Spectacular Academy. All right. For Spectacular Academy, we made number 45. And for Awazar, we made number 76. Okay. And I actually made it to Forbes in 2016. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys so you can see my process and you can see that I'm somebody to listen to, because a lot of times they say, well, why should I listen to you? So I wanted to break this thing down so you can understand. And if it's okay with you guys, I want to tell you my story if that's okay with you guys. Is that okay? If that's okay, say it's okay, Spec. Let me know in the comment box if it's okay, because I want to make sure it's okay. All right, cool. So I literally got raised in the Miami projects. All right. I started from humble beginnings. My mom was someone who was a single mom with 4 kids. I mean, my father went to prison for 13 years. And, you know, throughout this process, I went through a lot of ups and downs. My mom was an entrepreneur, and I seen her doing a lot of hustle. Times we got kicked out. We tried to, you know, figure things out. We went through eviction notices. We went through so much pressure, so much drama. And it was painful. You know, it was painful at night. We had a 500 square foot home with 4 kids, and we had a wooden frame with no mattress on it that we had to sleep. We had to eat pineapples for dinner. We had to eat the canned goods for dinner. Right. And my father got out of prison and ended up making me come and get into a group called Pretty Ricky, which you guys would know. And we went through the transition of actually being in a group called Pretty Ricky. I used to dance on stage. My dad was a brutal guy. You know, I don't know how many guys ever go through it with your parents, but I went through it a lot with my parents and them not really understanding me as a person. And I used to want to dance on stage. And my dad, you know, he was like, oh, dancing is for gay guys. And he really hurt my feelings at that time. And as I'm transitioning, me being in middle school, I'm 12 years old. And at that time, I started selling candy. I had an entrepreneur bug at a young age. I had, you know, 10 people selling candy for me, $25 bags of candy. I had my own $20 payroll, literally showing like, listen, you can make money. And as a kid, $20 was a lot of money for them. So they was going really hard. I say, listen, you sell out more than 3 times in 5 days, I would literally give you a bonus, an extra $5. So I was making $1,500 to $2,000 a week in the 6th grade, helping my mom with bills. It was times when my mom was crying because we was getting evicted. And when I would ask my mom, like, why do we have to keep getting evicted? And my mom told me it's because she didn't have the money. So a lot of times I used to go into my mattress and I used to give my mom money. And from that point forward, you know, she used to just bawl down crying and just thanking me so much as a kid that's 12 years old. Went from that to being in a group called Pretty Ricky. Going across the world, we had a #1 single on the Billboard charts. We had a #1 single that went worldwide, and we sold millions of albums, 17 million. From that point, I ended up broke because my dad wasted all the money. He made bad business decisions. He didn't understand. He didn't have a coach. He didn't have a mentor. So he made horrible decisions. We had tens of millions of dollars and we went flat broke. So now fast forward, I'm literally in my late 20s trying to figure out life. Somebody that's on top of the world that people think, but I'm broke. I don't have any money. I got a call from a guy named Matty J one day and he said, Spec, you can make money off of tweeting. I said, all right, okay, I can make money off of tweeting. He said, yes, you can make money off of tweeting. And I said, okay, how do I make the money? So then I started getting around the circles. I want you guys to put in the comment box, right? Proximity is power. Proximity is power. So I started getting around other people who was making money on social media and they started driving me. They started pushing me and they started pushing me to limits that I didn't even know was possible. So as I started getting pushed, I started learning how to make money. And before you know it, I was making $5,000 every single day, $3,000 every single day. And I started growing and growing and growing. And my bank account started growing as I started growing. So then I realized that I can make money on social media. It changed my life. I started making money on social media and I realized that more followers you have, the more money you can actually make. So it changed my whole life. So from that point forward, I started focusing on social media. And that's the thing that changed my life. But the things that I want to know, do they apply to you, is that, are you a person being on social media all day and not getting paid for it? That used to be me. Looking at new opportunities, feeling stuck and not knowing where the next dollar is coming from. Toxic family members, doubters, thinking that that you need this big, huge following to make money on social media. Thinking you need a lot of capital to get started to make money on social media. How many guys feel like that's you? Watching other people reach their dreams and never taking action of your own dreams. Here's a quick success story, an example that you guys can literally include in this, so you guys can see I included in this presentation. So not only has this worked for me, but there's stories like B. Simone, who came to this same exact training. And look at the transformation that she had in 6 short months. 6 short months, B. Simone came and she said to me, she said, hey, I want to learn how to build my social media. I want to learn how to make money off of my company, which is now called B. Simone Beauty. And she came to me and she came to the same training and I started working with her. I started mentoring her. I started coaching her. Because if you want to become wealthy, you got to learn from the wealthy. Somebody say amen if you feel me. In order to become wealthy, you got to learn from the wealthy. So she came to me. She said, Spec, can you train me? Can you coach me? And I started coaching her. Before you know it, her company hit $1 million in 1 month. So now I want to go through the 3 secrets that I think would impact you guys. Secret number 1, one simple hack to build a brand on social media in less than 24 hours. Secret number 2, how to grow 10,000 followers on social media without doing the heavy lifting. Secret number 3, how to turn 10,000 followers into $10,000 a month. Is this something that you guys want? Is this something that you guys want? Tiffany say amen. Okay. We got Leslie say amen. All right. Grant said amen. Aaron said amen. Kimberly said amen. Teddy said amen. Yes, absolutely. But let's get to it. Secret number 1, a simple hack to build a brand on social media in less than 24 hours. Okay. Some entrepreneurs think I don't understand how building a social media brand would work for me. Let me tell you a quick story. The things that will help you grow your following and understanding why it's going to be beneficial, because I thought the same thing. I started creating Grumpy Cat. And from that, I started growing the followers. And as I started growing the followers, I started making money off of it because I figured out traffic acquisition was going to gain me money. It was going to gain me freedom. It was going to give me more time with my kids. It was going to give me more time to myself, where I can wake up when I want to. I can go to work when I want to. I can spend more time with my kids if I want to. I don't have to answer to nobody. I can become my own boss. So as I started doing this, I started making money off of it. How did I start building brands from scratch on Instagram and started monetizing it? Once I started building my brand up, people understand that when you have more followers, you're valued more to other people. Would you guys agree? If I had 10,000 followers, I'm more valuable at 100,000 followers than 10,000 followers in the people's eyes. If I had 1 million followers, I'm more valuable at 1 million than I have 100,000 followers. Would you guys agree with that? So as I started building it up, I realized that my brand is going to make money because the more followers I have for my brand, the more money I was going to make. So let me give you an example. When you have more followers, that means you have bigger status. Do you understand when Spider-Man did his first Spider-Man, he got paid what, $1 million or $2 million? When he did his second Spider-Man, he got over $10 million. Do you know what the difference between the first Spider-Man and the second Spider-Man was? His status. Right? He had more status. And when you build your followers up, you gain more status. And that way you're able to monetize more because now more people want to deal with you. Okay, so if they had to make a decision between somebody who does the same exact thing you do, they have the same exact skill set, and they have 1,000 followers, and you have 10,000 followers, who you think they're gonna go with? They're gonna go with the person who has more brand equity. Okay, more visibility. All right, write this down. When attention goes, money flows. So you want to figure out, how do you get the most attention? That's how you build your brand. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some things that somebody who this actually worked for. So this is Shay. Shay came in and she literally came in this training and she literally took action on everything I said. She ended up becoming one of my students. She ended up joining one of my programs, right? And once she did that, this is exactly what she said. I left my job during the pandemic in 2020. I wasn't making any money. I was desperate. I took all types of programs, but your program is what took me to the next level. Spectacular really cares and wants people to be more successful. You gave me one tip that skyrocketed my business. At the point I was making up to $300,000. $300,000. Because she understood the value of building her brand up. Now she has over 500,000 followers on TikTok from my strategies. Now she's making up to $300,000. Now, mind you, this is only 2 years later. Her first year, she made $1 million from 20 to 2021. So you guys got to ask yourself, this is something that you guys want. If you want it, you got to take action on it, right? And that's what she did. Right? So you might be thinking, I don't understand how building my social media brand will, one, work for me because I'm just a normal person, or make me a brand just by having followers. I don't understand how social media will make me $10,000 a month. And once you have a brand, because this is the truth, once you have a brand, there's two major ways to easily make $10,000. Because you can do it once you have it built up. Now you've got to figure out what is the strategy on how to actually put revenue streams in there. The people that actually wants to deal with you now because you have a following, because it's called the bandwagon effect. People follow where they feel like the people are floating. So if you have tons of followers on social media, by default, they're going to feel like, oh, I got to deal with that person. Is that true or false? If somebody has tons of followers on social media, Do you feel like you should deal with that person or not? And everybody else is dealing with this person that you should deal with this person, correct? Why you think that I have this watch, right? You see this watch? Richard Mille watch, all right? Watch is a $325,000 watch. The reason why I have this watch, why? Because people say, okay, if Spec got on a Richard Mille watch, then he must got it. Because that's how people think. So you have to play your part. Okay, I don't care about no watch. I know how much money I got in my bank account, but the people don't know. I don't walk around with my bank account on my forehead. So you have to do things that makes people want to give you their money. It's called leverage. Somebody say leverage in the comment box. It's called leverage. How do you get as much leverage as possible to make you stand out above all? Secret number 2, how to grow 10,000 followers without doing all the heavy lifting. How to do it. People want to know, how do you get followers like that? Many people might think, many entrepreneurs think that I'm not good on social media and this technical stuff. Let me give you guys a quick story. It's a company called Maven. Same thing. They was confused on how to grow the social media following and all of that stuff. They came to me, they say, Spec, work with me. I started giving them the game. You know what they did? They started with a few thousand followers, and I started putting them in ways that people would actually follow them with super easy, simple tricks that you don't have to have no technical skills. You have to be social media savvy. And I started putting them what they call rockets. Once they start doing rockets, we call it giveaways, loops, whatever you want to call it. And we start putting in. So now imagine this. You got an influencer with millions of followers. And they have millions of followers, and you want followers. So what they do is they give away something. They might give away the Richard Mille watch. They might give away some Louis Vuitton, right? They might give away, anything, a laptop. And then people will follow you based off of their suggestion that, hey, you should follow Maven. It's called OPA, other people's audiences. So now tell me right now, if you had 1 million people that viewed your product, your service, and what you have going on, do you feel like you can make money off of it? Do you feel like you can make at least $10,000 a month if you got put in front of millions of people with your brand? So the influencer wants the money, you want the followers. They tell their fans that, hey, you're going to win this Richard Mille watch if you go and follow Maven. And then they follow you, and then you monetize the people that follow you. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense to you guys? Now, this was Maven. They started with me, 51,000 followers. By the time we did a few giveaways, they was over 258,000 followers. Can you imagine this being your brand? Can you imagine this being your personality brand? Can you imagine this being your company? Can you imagine this being you? This is another person. He say, listen, before I enroll, I started barely any sales and any followers. Now, after joining Spectacular, I'm consistently making $25,000 a month. And I recently hit my milestone of $40,000 for monetizing my passion and my brand. How many of you guys want to monetize your passion and your brand? But we got to understand the time is now. All right. No opportunity wasted. We got to take action on opportunities that we feel like is going to impact us. So some entrepreneurs might also think, one, I'm not an existing big brand. I'm not sure what niche I want to get into. I'm not sure. Am I interested enough? I'm not an extrovert, a social butterfly. I'm not outgoing. I'm not interested enough. I'm not willing to be on camera and show my face. If you can follow an instruction manual, you can grow a massive following. Now, by showing hands right now, how many of you guys feel like you can follow an instruction manual? Like if I say, hey, I'm going to build a table, and then on this table is going to be this many screws, this many legs, this many frames, and I'm going to give you A to Z on how to build that table. How many of you guys feel like you can build that table? Let me know in the comment box right now. All right. Carla said, yeah. Mentee said yes. Probably butchering your name again. Joe said yes. Tiffany said yes. Amanda said yes. Walker said yes. Lucas said yes. Absolutely, right? Because when you guys have the framework that I'm going to give you guys step by step, you should be able to build anything. And that's how simple social media is. You give you a roadmap to success. And then as the success leave clues, you guys just have to follow the clues. It's not as hard as people think it is. And people go and they try to talk themselves out of the mission because it's easier. When you have somebody that's going to coach you and mentor you step by step with a proven process, a proven framework, then all you got to do is follow the map step by step. Why you think somebody like Elon Musk can go to PayPal, a technology company, and make it $1 billion company? And then he goes to an automotive industry, and then he makes that $1 billion company. And then he goes in a whole freaking new territory, flying out of space, and makes SpaceX $1 billion space company. Why? Because he has a proven process, a proven system that he implements and adds to every single business. He takes his manual and he adds it in every business, and the people that he's coaching to run his business, they just follow his manual. And I have the same exact type of manual for myself, and that's why I can consistently make the Inc. You see how many awards I got back there? It's the best entrepreneur award. You got Entrepreneur 360, like everything. Click on all these awards. Why? Because I have a proven model. Secret number 3, how to turn 10,000 followers into $10,000 a month. How many of you guys want that? How many of you guys want that? $10,000 a month. I don't give a damn if it's a side hustle. I don't care if it's, I really don't care if it's something that you added to as your business model. $10,000 a month extra is great for anybody. Okay. How many of you guys want that? Say, I want it. All right. So let's get it going then. Some people may say, some entrepreneurs say, I don't know how to make money from having followers. Let me explain. When people see you, they want to do business with you. So from joint ventures, you want to know what a joint venture is? That's like you guys, you know, me seeing a guy named Dean Graciosi and Tony Robbins come together, and then they make money together. They say, hey, you have the audience that I want. I have the offer. I have the software. I have the product. I want you to put my product in front of your people. You have a stage. You have people that's coming to see you. I'm going to put my product in front of you, in front of your audience, and then we make money 50-50 off of it. ClickBank. ClickBank is a website that have every last proven product on this planet, and they have it in there. And all you got to do is take that product and sell it to your existing customers or the people that's becoming your customers. So let's put it for example. Let's say you're a hairstylist. You might go to ClickBank and you might do an affiliate deal with somebody who has hair. So if you're a hairstylist, what do hairstylists need to do their customer, to serve their customer? Hair. Duh. So now if you actually had a partnership with a hair company, let's say they sell a bundle for $200, and I don't know anything about hair, so don't crucify me in the comment box. So let's just say you had a company that has a hair bundles for $200. You go 50-50 with them. You sell a hair for $200, you get $100, they get $100. If you got 10 customers in a week, how much money did you make extra? Boom, $1,000. So now imagine if you did that times 10 products. You did that with hair oil. You did that with combs. You did that with the caps that go in your head. You did that with multiple things, and you made $100 off of each item. Now, boom, all of a sudden, you had $10,000 a month. You had $10,000 a month. Okay. And affiliates, let's say that, you know, I have programs, I have things that I have. Let's say we went in a partnership because I like to partner with my students. So let's say I had a program for a 2K or 10K. And let's say that once you start building your brand up, and then I say, let's go. You got an audience now. Let's go 50-50. I sell something for $10,000 with your audience. We go half and half. Or I pitch you to my people. You sell it to them. We go half and half. Now you made $5,000. You sold 2 in a month. You make 10 grand. Right? Can you see yourself doing this type of stuff? Right? Partnering up with people, going to ClickBank, going to these websites. Okay. Becoming like literally going 50-50 with me. on affiliates, right? Can you see yourself doing these type of things? And let me give you an example of somebody who did similar, right? I started working with Mighty Duck. Mighty Duck literally followed my framework step by step, and he literally got 1.4 million followers in 7 days. Now, this was the framework of it. June 28th, he came and started working with me. Okay, he started working with me, and then June, by the time we got to the next level, he had no follower growth to anything. January 1st came, he released one video. I want you guys to put in the comment box, you one video away from your whole life changing. You're one video away. He got 144 million views. January 7th came, he got 1 million followers gained in 6 days. By the time January 31st came, he had 245 million in reach. By July 12th, he had 4 million followers. October 19th, he had over 1 billion video views. How many of you guys want this to be your brand? He got endorsement deals by Nike, by Hershey. And you know what happened next? He made over $400,000 from monetizing his brand off my system, off my framework. Okay? But once you have the framework, it's game over, because you can add it and insert it into any brand, any business model, and it'll take you to the next level. Super simple to do, to come in and take what you have to the next level. Now, anybody who's part of the community, part of my community, they're called the spectacular stars. All right. So you guys drop some stars in the comment box. A spectacular star wants to make an impact, create wealth, loves to learn, a desire to change lives and build a better world. Does that sound like anybody here right now? And my mission is to create over 1,000 millionaires. And my vision is to impact over 1 million people financially, mentally, and spiritually. How many guys ready to be a spectacular star? And I know some people may think right now, I don't know how to find products to sell. I don't know how to create a product. I don't know how to find time to post. I don't know how to stay consistently so I can grow. I don't know how to build a team and manage all this stuff. But the truth is, you can get access to secrets from top influencers to use to make residual income. Now, that's the reality, because I'm going to literally give you every framework. So as you guys are getting this framework, it becomes the next level to you guys. You understand that success leaves clues. Imagine in every situation, you got to figure out who is your mentor, who's going to guide you, focusing on the who and not the what. A lot of people focus on the what, and I used to do that a lot of times. But when my students start focusing on the what they had to do to become successful, they started getting lost. They started trying to figure it out. Then they started focusing on the who. Once they got the who, then all of a sudden, you started growing mentally, spiritually, financially, because now you remove the guesswork. When you guys are literally coming in to this situation, trying to figure out how to get to the next level, you confuse yourself because you don't know what your next steps are. So you know what a GPS is? A GPS tells you how to get to the promised land, to the final destination. So as you're getting to the final destination, it tells you, say, hey, go left and save 3 days by going this way, right? Because when you type in the promised land to somebody who already got the address, they can take you there the fastest way possible. If I told you right now, come to my office, because I'm in my office, would you know how to get here? No, you wouldn't know how to get here. You won't know how to get here. You want to know why you wouldn't know how to get here? Because you never been here before. So when you are a mentor, you literally have the GPS that you type in and the success that they already at, and then they're going to guide you with their voice. Go left, go right. All right, save 3 days by go this way. So as soon as things happen to them, now they have more information. They can now feed it to the GPS and say, no, turn left. Save 3 years by going this way. So now I'm going to ask you guys a question right now. All you guys enjoying this training so far? Are you guys, because I know I'm going off right now. Are you guys enjoying this training right now? All right, I see the yeses coming in. Okay, so far we covered a simple hack to build a brand on social media in less than 24 hours. Secret number 2, we covered how to grow 10,000 followers on social media without doing the heavy lifting. Secret number 3, how to get 10,000 followers to turn into $10,000. Okay, so who wants me to take things to the next level for them? Put I'm ready in the comment box. Put I'm ready in the comment box if you guys are ready for that. Put I'm ready in the comment box. Kendall said I'm ready. Felicia said yes. Ken said yes. Let's go. I see I'm ready. I see I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get it going then. Okay, so I want to introduce you guys to Social Media Income Challenge. It's the 5-day challenge. All right, well, I'm going to help you make $10,000 online and create generational wealth in 4 weeks or less. Okay, without wasting time and money on strategies that flop, being broke and not leaving nothing for your kids. I don't know about you guys, but I want people to have I want my kids to have my name on the wall. I want them to have my picture on the wall because I left them something. Okay, a lot of people got to ask yourself, is your family going to leave your name on the wall? Why? If the answer is no, it's because you ain't leave them nothing. I want to change that. So here's what you guys are going to get, because you got the proof. You seen B. Simone. B. Simone came in, she made $1 million in 1 month. Shay, she came in, made $300,000 in a month. Mario hit over $1 million. All right, over $1 million with me, millions after millions. Another student called Ashley, she made $50,000 in her first year joining the program. All right, a mover came in and joined $100,000. All right, first couple of weeks she made $60,000. Okay, and all other spectacular stars. So you guys have the proof. And if you want to know who is this for working professionals who want to build and scale a business. All right, this for entrepreneurs who want to grow their brand. This for people who want passive income. This for people who want to be their own boss, who want to live, who want to wake up when they want to, who want to go do what they want to. They ain't got to ask for permission. A lot of people are asking for permission to even go to the bathroom. All right, to even go spend time with your daughter. All right, this for people who want to have more freedom with their kids. This for people who want to create generational wealth. And one of the number one reasons why people don't get started. You might be thinking you can't get started because money is tight. And here's why that is a mistake and will hold you back from success. There's credit cards, there's loans, there's things you can sell, there's people that will support you, there's subscriptions that don't make you money. There's bad financial skills and poor money management. So we can stop all of that and we can get you guys going on things that's going to make an impact. Spend 5 days with me. Okay, so you guys are going to get the 5-day social media income challenge. It's valued at $1,685. All right, total value. I'm going to literally be live with you guys once a day for 5 days. How many guys want to spend 5 days with me for an hour, just like this? Well, I'm going to actually have you guys on Zoom and you guys be in the chat, all of that great stuff for 5 hours. And I'm going to teach you my framework. Okay. And here's the tools that you're going to get. I'm going to give you guys my beta. This is going to be for free. All right. This is not to everybody. Nobody even know about this website. It's literally my beta program. I'm going to give this as a bonus. Okay. To the first 5 people that sign up with me. All right. 14-day bonus. And I'm going to tell you what you guys are looking at. When you guys use this system, you're actually going to be able to schedule things out on your page to the most viral times to post. So once you put it on once you schedule it out, it's going to post on the most viral time for your social media account to get you the most likes, the most comments, the most engagement. Okay. This is all technology that was built. All right. That's built on the hours.io because everybody don't have enough money to do $1 million campaigns. So whatever we did with $1 million campaigns, we put it in this technology. You guys get to experience it for 14 days for absolutely free in my beta program. Okay, you actually get to see your grid. You get to see your calendar. You get to see what hashtags is bringing you the most followers. The hashtags is getting you the most engagement. All right, you can post different comments and content on different on different platforms. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of these platforms, and actually have different captions for each one of them, because the way I would speak on Twitter is different than what I would speak on LinkedIn. The way I speak on LinkedIn is different than Facebook. All right. No other program is like this in the world. Okay. So you guys are going to get access to this for absolutely free. All right. And with these tools, you'll be able to save time and money by automating. You can get the help that you need to keep progressing. You can get funding for your business. All right. Because in the social media income challenge, I show you guys how to get funding for yourself, get connected with like-minded entrepreneurs. It's going to show you how to make residual income online. So you can do it anywhere in the world from your laptop. All right. It's going to show you guys how to grow an engaging, loyal audience for yourself and your brand. It's going to develop a high income skill that will pay you for a lifetime. Okay. And also it would revive inactive social media accounts and monetize them. This sound like something you guys would want. And you guys will be able to get rid of wasting money on things that don't work. You'll be able to get your time back. Worrying about what you can't afford, that's going to be out the window. Being alone on this entrepreneur journey, because you're going to have the spectacular stars on your side. You're going to become a spectacular star, right? You're going to have a family, brother and sisterhood. You're going to have, you get rid of all the non-supporters, errors on mistakes, and then being scared of the unknown. All right. So problem solved. I wasn't able to monetize my followers. So I had to find a way to create a proven system for myself. Okay. This will save you tons of time, money, because I spent millions of dollars and thousands of hours on mistakes and testing and different strategies along with expensive coaches and mentors. If you guys feel me right now, say, I feel you. All right. And you might be thinking, you can't use these tools because you don't have any technical skills or time. And here's why that's not true, and it's going to hold you back from success. All you need is 30 minutes a week, and the software does everything for you. You don't have to worry about nothing. All the software does everything for you. 30 days a week, and you get things going. And in a social media challenge, you guys gonna spend with me an hour a day for 5 days. All right. So these are the tools you're gonna get. The Amazon.io beta. And when you join the social media income challenge, you're gonna get a Telegram exclusive private member VIP chat where you get to talk to all my millionaire students, some of my 100,000 students. We even got Keisha Cole joining this social media income challenge, right? I coach her, I mentor her, right? And you guys get 5-day mentorship from me from Sensei Spec. All right. And also you guys get a free t-shirt. How many guys want a free t-shirt? All right. We're going to make this thing happen. So I'm going to break down exactly what you guys are going to get in these 5 days. How many guys want to know exactly what you guys are going to get in these 5 days? How many guys want to know exactly what you're going to get in these 5 days? All right. So let me break this down. During this 5-day class, you're going to learn from Spectacular Smith the secrets on implementing to help reach thousands of people so you can start and scale a profitable business. So we take everything in your mind and we turn it into a digital asset. All right. Well, you could do it one time and get paid for a lifetime. All right. So I'm going to show you guys how to think like a mogul. All right. The secrets to social media passive income, that's valued at $679. So I'm gonna teach you all my framework, the way I think, the way I build my schedule, the way I gain millions of dollars. People think that it's just about business, but it's about mentally. All right. It's about a lot of things that you got to fight through. All right. I'm gonna teach you how to set up and strategize to create a product that quickly generates $10,000 a month. All right. On social media, that's valued at $2,497. All right. The next thing I'm gonna show you guys on day 3 is the tools and the processes you need to get funding, to delegate, automate, to successfully create a passive income business. How many guys want a passive income business? That's $1,459. All right. Day 4, I'm going to teach you guys the secrets to accomplishing greatness like an industry titan. Okay. That's valued at $659. All right. The last day, you guys are going to learn the secrets I use to launch a passive income stream that will kill your competition. I don't care who your competition is. Once I break down this framework, you guys are going to see the breadcrumbs to success. And all you got to do is follow it step by step. That's valued at $449. All right. So this is what you're going to get when you paid in full with the bonuses. You're going to get the social media income valued at $1,685. You're going to get the beta program valued at $1,500. You're going to get the 7-figure course starter framework valued at $2,499. You get the free t-shirt, which is prices. You get the Telegram chat. All right. I'm in a Telegram chat. So just imagine having on-demand talks with me, on-demand coaching from me. Right. And also another great thing about it is with VIP, you guys get an hour extra. So just imagine me being on all the Zoom calls with all my millionaire students, all my thousandaire students, all the new students. Everybody's on one Zoom call and you get to ask me whatever questions you have. And then after the 30 minutes, after we do the presentation for an hour, so we do the VIP for an hour, then we do the presentation for an hour. Then we have an hour just to implement, and only the VIPs get this. We get an hour for you guys to implement what I just taught you. All right, so that's valued at $1,000. Then I'm gonna show you guys how to get your first $50,000 in funding. Funding secrets valued at $1,499. Then 5 hours of mentoring by me, valued at $50,000. All right, so it's $54,085 value. And this is what you guys are gonna learn: how to create a social media stream to get a cash flow, get a major cash flow. All right, while you sleep. Keywords while you sleep, and obtain $50,000 to help you launch your passive income business. All right, you guys are gonna have the containers. You guys will have to consistently sell out passive income launching strategies that you compete, that you can rinse, repeat. All right, how to set up automated passive income launching strategies during. While you guys can literally do during, after, just sit, while, put your feet up, and just relax. Let everybody do all the heavy lifting for you. I'm gonna teach you all of that, and then also how to create your own workbook. So you can have your team delegate, and they can do all of this for you guys. So now you got two choices: to not take a leap of faith and not do nothing, or jump and join this journey with me to 1,000 millionaires. And also I have a satisfaction guarantee. So if you join the social media income challenge and it doesn't help you with exactly how to make $10,000 and create generational wealth a month, without wasting time and money and strategies that flop and being broke and leaving nothing behind for your kids, then I will work with you until you're satisfied. And if that still doesn't work, then I'll refund your money. How does that sound? All right. So the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? And if it does half of what I claim today, it'll pay for it in less than 8 weeks. Now, and if that's not amazing enough, you guys can jump in right now. Go to buysmic.com. Go to buysmic.com. Get started now. We're only going to do 18 spots today, because after that, we're all sold out, and it's going to be amazing for you guys. You guys jump into VIP right now. It's literally $559 for the general admission, but for today and today only, I'm going to let you guys in for almost 50% of the price for $397. Once again, $397. You guys can jump in. You guys get bonus session with me. Also, with the bonus session, you guys are going to get with me. What's going to be great is that you get to spend 1 hour every single day. Also, you guys will get the opportunity to get a bonus session. So the session that actually start the first day this thing starts, is on that link. You guys can see the dates that it actually is, and you guys can jump in. And I want to celebrate the people that's jumping in right now. Also, you get the VIP Telegram chat and everything that you can possibly think of. Everybody is right there, is going to be cheering you on, rooting you on, and we're going to literally take what you have to the next level with no issues. It's going to be the best thing that you ever did in your life. All right. So if you guys want to jump in right now, go to buysmic.com. Go to buysmic.com. Let's get this thing going. We got the general admission dollars, but to keep it real with you guys should be jumping straight to the top. A lot of y'all figuring out like, man, you know, you want to start thinking like a millionaire. You want to be a millionaire, or you want to be a multi-millionaire. If you're already making multi-millions, then the next step is for you to literally start thinking like somebody that's already on that level. If you want to get to 8 figures in revenue, you got to start thinking like people that literally makes 8 figures in revenue right now. So you can get there and you can position yourself to start making the money that you want to make. Okay. So we don't go into the back of the plane. I want my seat so great. I want to sit on a pilot lap, goddammit. I want to get the best seat on the plane. You have to start treating yourself. This is the opportunity for you guys to literally treat yourself, for you to be selfish, because so many times people try to come in and they try to take their half empty cup and they start trying to pour it into others. But what happened is when you try to start pouring into others, you end up with a half empty cup. So if you got 50% of a cup filled and you put 25%, 25%, 25%, 25% everywhere else, you end up with nothing. So my job is to teach you guys how to overflow your cup and then flow into others so you can impact and help as many people as possible. Okay. And one thing I love to tell everybody is that I don't worry about how much something costs. I focus on how much it's going to make. That's how the wealthy think. If you guys want to become wealthy in life, and somebody just said, I can't afford it, you can't afford not to do it. That's the reality. $197. Man, listen, you guys can spend that on a freaking dinner. Come on now. Y'all got to be real with me right now.
$197.
$397. It's what we need you guys to jump in at. And you got to model after success. Success leave clues, right? And you got to have a proven system, a proven process. I told you that I went to Harvard. Why? Because I wanted to learn a proven system. Schools is not going to get you what you want. Like if schools got you everything you want, it would be so many millionaires on this planet. Nobody would even be able to work for the people. But the reality is only out of 100 people, only 95% of people that see a great opportunity don't take it, only the 5% take it, and those are the people who come wealthy. And Will Smith said, the things that has been the most valuable to me, I did not learn in school. You guys will not learn the things that you need to impact your life in school. Everybody think I got a degree, I got an MBA degree, all these little letters behind their name thinking that's going to do something. But half of the people that I know that's ultra successful, they had a mentor, they had a coach, they had somebody that taught them something. It wasn't schools. It wasn't the school system. The thing I learned from Harvard is teaching based on case studies. The information alone was outdated. That's the reality. That's our enemy. They don't want to see you win. They want to give you outdated information for a premium price. And the people are brainwashed by that, and they think that this is what's going to help take them to the next level. Why you think so many people lost in this world? Why you think so many people lost in this world? Because they can't figure it out. Why they can't figure it out? It's because they're going through all the same systems, the same incorrect system that would never give them what they want. So I'm going to get some shout outs right now. We got Erica. If you guys are working on it, say I'm working on it. If you in, say I'm in. If you're working on it, say I'm working on it. If you in, say I'm in. If you're working on it, say I'm working on it. If you in, say I'm in. We got Christina. Congratulations. Welcome in. Let's go. Everybody, welcome in. Let's go. Let's go. We got Angela. Come on. Congratulations. Welcome in. If you're working on it, say I'm working on it. If you're in, say I'm in. All right. Who else we got? We got Tiffany. Come on. Let's go. Welcome in. If you're working on it, say I'm working on it. If you're in, say I'm in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. 11. Okay. We only have a certain amount of spots available. We only have 6 more spots available. When you guys are working on it, say I'm working on it. If you in, say I'm in. Now I'm going to talk about, a drive-through. All right. Now, what I said, a lot of people in your industry, you got to figure out what is in your industry. And as you figure out what's in your industry, what's outside your industry on what you can take from to help involve and put you ahead of the curve. And this is what's great about mentorship and coaches. They're going to show you exactly how to take what you have to the next level with the correct framework. And when I say that is, you had the drive-through. The drive-through was created by In-N-Out Burger. All right. So when they created In-N-Out Burger, the banking industry said, damn, well, we can do the same thing. Right? In-N-Out Burger sales skyrocketed through the roof when they added the drive-through. So the actual other industry, banking industry, said we can do the same thing. So they started putting drive-throughs in. And then everybody started putting drive-throughs in. And everybody, revenue starts skyrocketing. So what works in one industry can work in the next industry. Okay? Because that's the reality, right? You got In-N-Out Burger. They wouldn't be who they are today if they didn't add the drive-through. Okay. And understanding that when you have a coach, it's the next level for you. Right. And Denzel Washington said, I say luck is when an opportunity comes along and you're prepared for it. My mentor said, you get 2 opportunities of a lifetime. 2, only 2 and 2 only. A lot of you guys are on your last opportunity. Some of you already maxed out on your opportunities. Right. And if you guys jump in right now, go to buysmic.com. Go to buysmic.com. I want you guys to jump in right now. Go to buysmic.com right now. All right. Jump in right now while you guys can. All right. So we got Joe. Come on. Congratulations, Joe. Let's go. If you guys are working on it, say you're working on it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, we got 2 spots available. All right. Once the spot, not only the price is going to go back to $600. All right. It's going to go back to $600. And then if I don't even extend it, it was not even going to be no more spots at all. Nobody is not even going to be able to get in, even at $600. Okay. So the last spots are going to be taken up in a few. Last 2 spots, whoever get it, got it. Okay. So when you guys are prepared for something, it's going to take you guys to the next level. but you got to stop passing over opportunities repeatedly. People think that they're poor financially, but they're poor mentally, passing over the opportunities repeatedly. Okay. And if you guys jump in, say I'm in. If you guys are working on it, say I'm working on it. If you're in, say I'm in. If you're working on it, say I'm working on it. And the reality is, you're passing over every opportunity, and you wonder why you can't get where you got to go in life right now, because you're so confused on what you need to do, and every opportunity come in front of you, you think is a scam. I heard one wealthy person say one time, the poorest they getting poor because, the rich they getting richer because the poor think everything is a scam. They think everything is a scam. So how could you get to the next level if everything that's in front of you is a scam? Shout out to Kimberly. Let's go. Congratulations. Let's go. If you guys are working on it, say I'm working on it. If you in, say you in. Keep that chat going, Jake. Put it in the chat. Let the chat go. Let that link flow. I want the people to see the link. I want you guys to join. Is go buy social media. Buy SMIC.com. SMIC stands for Social Media Income Challenge. Stands for Social Media Income Challenge. So we got to understand, passing over opportunities repeatedly. We got to get out of this mindset. We got to get out of this mindset. And it was a quick story that I heard. Can I tell you guys a quick story right quick? All right. Fiona, congratulations. Let's go. Welcome in. Congratulations. Who else we got? We got Naomi. I think that's it. No, I'm messing your name up. Naomi. How you pronounce your name, man? You know how the dictionary put like how you say it, like how you say that. How you say your name? Neema. I don't know, man. I'm messing this up, man. But congratulations. Let's go. Help me out. All right. If you guys are working on it, say I'm working on it. If you in, say I'm in. If you're working on it, say I'm working on it. If you in, say I'm in. Listen, you guys can ask people to borrow the money. You guys can sell something in your house. You guys can tell somebody to cash app you right now. You can put it on credit cards. Naima. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's get it going, man. All the spectacular stars in the building. You guys are going to be a part of fellowship, brother and sisterhood. This is us making impact for the world. I'm here to create more millionaires, more entrepreneurs that's going to scale their business to multiple millions in a year. I want you guys to understand this is going to be a game changer, not only for you, but for your family, for the people that see you. You got to ask yourself right now, if somebody asks to switch spots with you in life, would they tell you they would rather do that? Because I was overhearing a conversation and the guy was talking about, hey, would you switch spots with your parents? And the person said, hell no. They say no, hell no. Say, would you switch the bank accounts with your parents? Would you switch their lifestyle? Would you switch their car? Would you switch their house? Would you switch lives with them? And they say, hell no. But my question is to you, when they ask your kids that about you in the future, what is the answer going to be from your kids? What is the answer going to be from your kids? That's the reality. You know the answer to that, but what are you going to do to change the answer to that? What are you going to do to change the answer to that? If you want to build your business up, if you stuck at $10,000 a month, you stuck at, $50,000 a month, let me help you take that to $1 million. Let me help you take that $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month. Like I did with Mario, like I did with B. Simone, like I did with Shay, like I did with all of my students. I have over 9,000 students. If you guys are working on it, say I'm working on it. So let me tell you about this quick story. So it was a guy stranded by water. He was on the top of his roof, and it was filled, like water was everywhere. It was this big flood. Hurricane came. It was flooded everywhere. It was on his roof. Guy came on the rowboat, and he said, jump on, let's go. Trying to save him. He said, no, God got me. Next person came, helicopter came, He said, yo, come on, jump in, drop the ladder down. Come on, let's go. He say, no, God got me. I got it. God got me. Then Speedboat came, ooh, true. Let's go. Jump on board. Let's go. He say, no, I'm good. I'm praying. God got me. He ended up dying. He ended up dying. He got up to the gates of heaven. He said, God, I did everything you asked me to do. I prayed. I donated. I helped people. I did everything you asked me to do. God looked at him. He said, man, I sent you a guy on a rowboat. I sent you a helicopter. I sent you a guy on a speedboat. You chose not to get in. What you want me to do? You got to ask yourself, what are those speedboats of your life and how could you jump on them? So many people, they have opportunity after opportunity and wonder why they still in the same place 5-10 years from now. 5-10 years from now, and they wonder why they still in the same spot, why they don't have nothing to pass down to their kids, why are they confused in their business, why they can't get to a multi-million-dollar business. Yeah, you hit $1 million, but how do you get to $10 million now? And you're confused because you're scared of the unknown. You're scared to take a jump. You're scared to take a leap of faith in yourself. You're scared. You're scared. Will Smith said, the best opportunities are on the other side of fear. That's what Will Smith said. He said, the best opportunities are on the other side of fear. And he gave a story about how he went to go skydive one day. And when he went to go skydive, he said they count to 3 when it's time to jump out the plane. So when it came to 1, 2, they push you out the plane. Why? Because on the 3, they lock up and they don't end up jumping out because they get scared. So as the person that's coaching them on how to skydive, they push them out on 2 because they already know as a coach that they're going to lock up on 3. So as your coach, you got to figure out how do you push you through those boundaries. And he said once he jumped down, he said it was the most blissful and most amazing experience of his life. And all he can think of was, why was he so scared to jump? Why was he so scared to jump? And a lot of us in our life, we have those moments where we got to have somebody push us on 2 so we can tap into our full greatness. We can tap into our full potential. Because if you don't step forward, you're going to end up in the same spot. You're going to end up in the same spot of your life if you don't step forward. Nothing beats failure than trying. Somebody write that down. Nothing beats failure than trying. Price is never an issue in the presence of value. So when you see value into something, you jump on it. But if you keep your eyes focused on the problem, you're going to end up with a distraction. You're going to end up with a distraction. So you have to stop and pay attention to what God has called you for. Because there's a difference between your idea and God's idea and God's result. But if you don't let God put his hands on you, then you can't receive what he's trying to give you. Because your steps are ordered by God. So you have to let him guide your feet. Follow God's idea because you're favored by God. But if you're not willing to accept it, then you can't get it. Because somebody right now is waiting for you on the other side of obedience. That's what your opportunity is, waiting right on the other side of obedience. So if you listen, everybody is here for a reason, first of all. And you see what my shirt say. My shirt say, my God versus my enemies. My God versus my enemies. Because I understand that. But if your hand is closed, then you can't grab what God is giving you. because your hand is closed. Your mind is closed. And one thing I learned to make decisions quickly. I learned to make, every time I make decisions, I'm making it 60 seconds or less. Because you end up talking yourself out of your mission, out of your dreams, because you're thinking too long. You're thinking way more than what you're supposed to be. So you're wondering why you can't get ahead in life, because you're too busy out thinking it, talking yourself out of your situation. And if you guys want to join right now, go to buysmic.com. Go to buysmic.com. Go right now. Go to buysmic.com. I want you guys to join. And right now we got 2 spots available. 2 spots available. So let me tell you this investment story. So as you guys get money, and I teach you guys and I coach you on how to make a lot of money, you're going to have a new job. And when I say that by, with a giggle, because as you get money, it's going to be 1 million people that's going to pitch you an idea. Your full-time job is going to be getting pitched by people. That's what it's going to be. So one day I had a guy come in and he said, Spec, this is going to be huge. I said, okay, it's going to be huge. I looked at it. I said, damn, this might be big. I said, you know what? Let me think about it. My partner was right there. He's the guy who introduced me to him. And at this moment, and I'm just thinking about it again. It's this crazy story. So I started talking to my mama. My mom said, nope. She called me Specky. She said, Specky. She said, I think it's a scam. I said, damn. Mom said, no. I said, oh, shoot. I wanted to call my best friend. And I said, yo, what you think? He said, bro, I don't know about that, bro. It sound fishy. I said, damn. Broski said it sound fishy. So you know what? I say, forget it. I decided not to do it. So your gut feeling is past experiences plus emotion and logic mixed together. That creates a gut feeling. So my gut feeling told me this was a great opportunity, but I decided not to take a leap of faith on my gut feeling. I started listening to people that never invested a day in their life in themselves. But you take advice from people that never did things in their life. That's why you end up in the same spot and place as that person that's giving you the advice. So I read the book called Richest Man in Babylon. And in that book, it say, listen, if you want to invest, you get advice from an investor. You don't have a person investing your money that's a shoemaker, because they know nothing about investment. So why would I talk to him about investing when he knows nothing about investing? He can't guide me on investing because he don't know anything about it. My mom can't help me, even though she loved me to death. My friend loves me to death. But why would I ask them anything about investing? What should I invest in this? My spouse, should I invest in this? But they never made another investment in their life. I'm the first person who's jumping out. So I have the right to be the person that do the investment. But I understood my calling was calling on me, and I feel like the same thing with you. Your calling is calling on you, but are you going to take actions based on that calling? Well, I want you guys right now to guess how much. It was 40 grand to join, to get into the investment. How much money you think I missed out on by not joining that investment? How much money you think I lost out on by not joining that investment? Because I learned I had to move in faith. Even Kanye West said it. He said, when you move in faith, everything is possible. I had to move in faith, but I had no faith in myself. I had no faith in God guiding my steps at the time. I lost over $2 million. My heart dropped out my ass. Over $2 million because I didn't take an opportunity that I knew was my opportunity. The time is now. Somebody put no opportunity wasted in the comment box. So when you get an opportunity, you take it. You do not wait. You do not wait for opportunity. I want everybody right now, jump in while we have spots available before the price goes back up to the full price. Go to buysmic.com. Go to buysmic.com. Go to buysmic.com. I'm going to show you guys everything. But if you do not put in the work, you do not get the results. I'm going to show you everything in my power to take your information, take your knowledge that's up here and turn it into $10,000 a month. That's if you want to. Do you guys, is that something you guys want? Let me know if I'm wasting my time right now. Let me know if I'm wasting my time right now. Is that something that you guys want? But you can't help the world unless you help yourself. You can't help your family if you can't help yourself. Now, general admission is $197. I don't want anybody to give me an excuse right now that you ain't got $7. $397 for the VIP. You get literally over 10 hours of my time. 10 hours. 10 hours of my time. And I heard a guy named Dean Gracios. He did over $100 million, right? Similar to me. He said, if I ever went broke today, I would sell what I know, take my experience and help someone get to point A to point B from my experience. How many of you guys feel right now that you know something that somebody else don't know, or people say, oh, that's easy for you. How do you do that? And you're like, well, that was easy. Of course I could do that. How many of you guys feel like you have that skill set in your head right now? Or you have a service-based business you're really great at. Or you have a skill set you're really great at. And you can teach other people how to do the same thing. And they would pay you for it $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. Just to learn what you have. People would pay you. And I started focusing on the who and not the what. I talked about this earlier. When you focus on the who, your whole life changed. Your whole life changed. I was literally doing a training the other day. And let me take my mic off so you guys can see. I was doing a training the other day. And let me see if I can find it. And it was about the who and the what. And it was a person that spent so much time trying to figure things out. And it went to the next level. This is my training, right? As you guys can see right here. Let me put this closer. All right. This person was right here. They wanted the result, right? This is the what they want. And this is the who. Now that person went to the who, ended up getting the result. So when they tried to do it before, when they was the what, it took them 10 years. It took them 10 years to build their business. They had a coaching business. All right. It took them 10 years to hit $1 million. Okay. Now, the next person that was similar to them in the same exact field, they focused on the who. But the result they got from focusing on the who, this person already had $100 million coaching business. So they went and they learned, and it took them a year. So the same exact structure, the same exact industry, the same exact offer, the person that focused on the who ended up getting the result in a year, and the person that focused on the what ended up getting it in 10 years. This person made $1 million in 10 years. This person made $1 million in a month. Now you got to ask yourself, which one you want to focus on? You want to focus on the who, or you want to focus on the what? Because the what is going to cost you 10 years of your time. The who will get you right in a month. Now, not necessarily saying that every last person on here is going to end up making $1 million in a month. But once you got the right framework, it's invaluable on how much money you guys can make. Now, I want you guys right now to go to buysmic.com. Go to buysmic.com right now. Go to buysmic.com right now. The reality is complacency leads to frustration. So if you complacent right now, that's why you're frustrated. You're too comfortable. And you're wondering why you can't get to where you got to go in life. You can't get to over $100,000 a month. You can't get to $10 million in a month. Why? Because you're too busy focusing on how to take shortcuts. You can always start and you can pivot later. Just get started. Just get started. You can always pivot later. John Maxwell say, if you help enough people get what they want, then you can receive everything you need in life. I'm going to repeat that. If you can help people get what they want, then you will receive everything you need in life. That's why I'm doing this, because in order for me to hit my 1,000 millionaires, I in return get what I want in life. I'm literally coming in being selfish to help you make millions. If you wanted anything that you want in life, thinking the way that you think, having the habits that you have, wouldn't you already be there? Evidently, something is off. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and magically thinking that something different gonna happen for you. It ain't gonna happen. If you do the same thing, you're gonna get the same result. So you have to switch it up to get something different, to get a different result. I teach people how to think and not what to think. I know that probably went over y'all head just now. I want you guys to take advantage of your advantage. Take advantage of your advantage. Now, right now, I want to know how many of you guys right now are still working on it. I want to know how many of you guys are still working on it right now, because we just ran out of spots. How many guys are still working on it right now? Say, I'm still working on it in the comment box. How many guys are still working on it? I want to know if I'm still wasting my time. I don't want to waste my time. Because I ain't going to lie. A lot of y'all, a lot of people, a lot of y'all living y'all life like death ain't real. Like y'all got time. Y'all ain't got time. A lot of y'all going to make $1 million, but it's going to be when you hit 90 years old, or you want to make it next year. Or you want to make it next year. Now, those are all the people that's working on it still. How many of you guys are in? Say, I'm in. If you're in right now, say, I'm in. Because I believe a sense of ownership is virtually in every aspect of life. You have to earn something. You have to be somebody who owns ownership, something you can pass down to your kids. Look how many people say they're in right now. Look at all those people that's saying I'm in. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Ask somebody to cash app you some money. Go sell something in your house. Make it happen. Stop making excuses. You can't make excuses and money. They don't go together. You got to pick. It's one or the other. What y'all gonna do about it? In life, we don't get our goals. We get our standards long term. And the Bible says, thou shalt not work, thou shalt not eat. Thou shalt not work, thou shalt not eat. If you're not willing to work, you're not willing to eat. If you're not willing to work, you're not willing to eat. Now, the crazy thing is, I'm gonna show you this right now. Now you had you guys have Jiffy Lubes, right? How many of you guys know a company called Jiffy Lubes? How many of you guys know a company called Jiffy Lubes? Now, there's a company called Jiffy Lubes, and the CEO, and with the CEO, he ended up running into a coach. And after he told me this story, I was blown away. I said, okay, Mr. Jiffy Lubes, he's telling me the story, and he had a coach. I think his name was Alfred. I keep jacking his name up. I think his name was Alfred. And they had this building, Jiffy, right? And in that building, what did Jiffy Lubes do? Can somebody tell me in the comment box? What did Jiffy Lubes do? What do they do right now? What does Jiffy Lubes do? Oil changes, right? So they had these cars. Okay, so they had these cars and they did oil changes. So in the first year of the business with Jiffy Lubes, they hit $100,000. Year one. They met a coach. They were stuck. They was trying to figure out how to crack that $100,000 in a year. They was confused. They ended up getting themselves a coach. They got Alfred as their coach. They got recommended Alfred. They say, Alfred, what do I need to do to take my business to the next level? So sometimes a lot of people think that you got to do this large, lavish thing to actually build a business. So when you have a mentor, you have a coach, write this down. You're not learning from you're not learning knowledge from them. You're learning from their mistakes, because mistakes cost millions. Write that down. The mistakes cost millions in time. Okay? Mistakes cost millions in time. All right? So they decided to get themselves a coach, and they had their session with their coach, the first coaching session. They say, hey, listen, he said, what's going on right now? What is your issue? And in business, all you need is small tweaks that makes a huge impact. So they said, man, we don't have a lot of parking spaces. And when they have the oil changes, they only can do one at a time, and it's jamming them up where they can't get to it. It's taking them too long to get to everybody. So the coach said, okay, instead of you guys having one, what if you just added 3? So now, right off the bat, that one tweak from that coach went to the second year of business, right? The second year of business, they hit $1 million. And then the coach said, if you want them to flow, because once he told him to build the other units, he said, cut the back of the wall out. And when they come in, since you run the spots, you make them go in and you make them go through the back of it. So now it flows and it doesn't jam up since you don't have a lot of space. Now, at any point in time, if I blow your mind, we put NBM in a chat box. All right. So anytime you get a mind blowing moment, put NBM. So they end up adding 2 extra pods, and then he made them drive through, cut the back of the wall so they can go out the back of it. So that way the parking lot didn't jam up. So they had another session with him. So as he's having this session with him, he said, listen, a lot of our customers are coming and they're never coming back. They just get one oil change and we just get one customer. So the best thing you could do is sell your customer multiple times. And if a customer comes